All right, family, we are back again on another solid episode straight in Burkina Faso. There's a serious situation in Burkina Faso. People are protesting, as you are seeing on your screen. They are protesting seriously. You know, this topic, feel at home, relax. Let's have this conversation. Let us go through the topic and understand what exactly is going on so that we will know where the leaders are standing and where the people are standing. That is the only way we can apply the sense of judgment, the right sense of judgment, because in the name of religion, people can do crazy things. People are ready to fight to protect their religion at the expense of the collapse of their country. That is how people are. I'm not a religious person. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Christian. I only believe in humanity. So when it comes to religion, it's a very serious topic. Before we move forward, family, why people are protesting here in Burkina Faso against the leader? There are some people who are protesting against the leader of Burkina Faso. Before I tell you that, I know you hear about weapons, dangerous weapons created. Atomic bomb, missile, hypersonic missile. Even some new ones are now being developed, right? And some are underway. Mention them. And even nuclear weapon is in the middle. And if I should ask you right now that which of this weapon is the most dangerous and most greatest weapon created against humanity, you will mention either hypersonic or any of this. But listen, if you want to know which is the most dangerous, the greatest and most dangerous weapons created against humanity. Yeah. You'll be like, what do you mean? Yes, I'm telling you the truth, family. So, this is what is going on in Burkina Faso. Chill. If you're already here, hit the like button, subscribe to be part of this awesome family. This is not a content creating platform. This is our house where we discuss our own matters. All right. So let's feel relaxed and have this conversation. The Confederation of Islamic Association of Burkina Faso. This group announced on Tuesday, which is 26th May, 2026, that their Imam, whose name is Dr. Mohammed Ishak Kindu, has been arrested by the government of Burkina Faso. They communicated it, through official communication. So the Burkina Faso government went after an Imam who is leading a movement called the Sunni movement. And as I'm talking to you, within a space of 48 hours, the Imam has been arrested. The people protested that, hey, release our Imam. Hey, we not go agree. The government say, hey, for here, Ali, close the mosque down. And the mosque also was closed down immediately. So it's a very serious situation in Burkina Faso. After the man has been arrested, the arrest obviously sent shocking wave across Burkina Faso among the communities which believe in this Sunni movement and Islamic movement, the Islamic community. What is going on? You know, that curiosity among them. And some people also decided that, hey, people see their Imam and religious leaders as God. So when it comes to issues like this, it's critical. Federation of Islamic Association of Burkina Faso, after the announcement and the people begin to, panic and all that, what is going on, they went swiftly to announce to the people that, they shouldn't worry. They are following to understand exactly what is going on, why their Imam is being arrested. And they call also for calm, that nobody should speculate. Calm down and we will solve the problem, because the government cannot just wake up and arrest the Imam without any reason. Then 2 days later, the authority went further. On Thursday, which is 28th May 2026, the man was arrested on 26th, right? So 28, that's 2 days. The governor of the Kadiogo region ordered the immediate closure of the Grand Mosque of the Sunni movement in Ouagadougou. This is the prime place of worship of this movement. And the Imam in charge, which is the leader or who is the leading Imam, has been arrested and the mosque closed down. What exactly is going on? The closure of the mosque was entrusted to the security forces. They went there and closed the mosque. If you send any ordinary person, when it comes to religions, people can be radical. So the soldiers went there and, they shut down the place and closed the entire place. And according to the authority, the place will be shut down till further notice. The decision came in context where the authorities said they are reinforcing public order and they are putting measures in place to make sure that the public does not go out of order, and they will stop anybody who is trying to disrupt the peace that they enjoy in Burkina Faso. So within the space of 48 hours, this is what happened in Burkina Faso. And let me put this here. And the people are protesting that release our leader. Now, what did this man do in the first place to begin with? For you to understand what exactly is going on, recently, the president of Burkina Faso was on an interview. I know you watched that interview where he made a particular claim on that interview. This whole conversation we are having right now started from there. Hit the like button for me. You know, Official Survivor will break the whole thing down for me. Let me not forget. The Sunni movement. There are people who don't understand what this Sunni movement is. So I have this one I'm reading here. This is explanation that I got online. All right. And it is accurate. And I don't want to speculate. So I want to give you detail according to what is here when you talk about the Sunni movement. So the Sunni movement, shortly, is one of the two major branches of Islam, constituting the majority of that religion's adherent. Sunni Muslims regard their denomination as the mainstream and traditionalist branch of Islam, as distinguished from the minority denomination, the Shia. According to the report here, today, over 85% of Muslims in the world are Sunni. They make up approximately 80% of the Muslim population in the world and are the majority in most Islamic countries outside of Iran, Iraq, Yemen, and Bahrain. And there are more detail. If you can do that, you can just go and then search Sunni for you to understand. So the leading Imam of this movement is being arrested. Now, something is going on. How many of you, before I go to the interview, how many of you remember that there was a time in Senegal? All of a sudden, what happened is that, let me adjust myself very well. All of a sudden, what happened is that an Imam has been arrested because he's preaching radicalism. You remember that story? Even the story was an old story, but it came recently. Yes, these things are happening. Some of the Imam, they are preaching radicalism. Now, let's go to the genesis of the conversation. The whole thing started. The rumors and speculation and trying to defame and brand the image of Captain Ibrahim Traore as something started when he was on an interview. The recent interview, which flamed up the internet, where he opened up that religion in Burkina Faso need to be regulated. The imams need to be certified so that they can have authority to teach the right thing. Nobody can just wake up and then you open shop, a mosque here, you open church here, no. The authorities or the religious leaders need to be empowered by the government so that it can give them the power and authority that you have been certified by the government to preach or to teach the people. Because at the end of the day, these people, they pull out a lot of ideology that does not align sometimes with, national sovereignty and cohesion, peace in the country. Most of these people, they develop radical ideology. And he even said that you cannot today go after this T group, all right, this terror group, and after you defeat them, you will not defeat any of their place that they have been basing without seeing Quran there. And in some cases, they know, they are aware that some imam have been taken from the city to the bush to go and teach these people, telling them that what they are doing, the tea activity and everything they are doing is the work of Allah. And therefore, these people, they are doing the thing, and to them, they are doing it for God. And so therefore, they need to put proper measures in place to make sure that they fix the problem by certifying the people, the religious leaders. And they are going to take action against any religious leader who start preaching radicalism. Now, when Ibrahim Traore made this comment, people misunderstood the comment, especially some of the media houses, you know them already. They moved forward and they started pushing some particular agenda that the leader of Burkina Faso is trying to clamp down on, the Islamic community and blah, 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 blah. And this whole thing with this imam escalated when the president said, look, at this point, as it is, we need to regulate the way we practice our religions. Your religion practicing should not affect the other person or violate the right of somebody. So through that regulation to make sure that Muslim, Christians, all of us will live in peace without disrupting activity, business activity and all that. Sometimes, on the street, people will block road and they are praying. Those things will not be going on, because when you block the road here, you are championing your religious activity. What if somebody is sick there and they have to take the car and rush the person to the hospital? You block the road. So if you want to pray, you go to the mosque, you go to church, and then you do your prayer, or in your room, you pray. God is everywhere. But the public space is for both Muslim, Christians, non-Muslim, traditionalists, and everybody. So it should be a thing that your practices should not affect others. Bodo, this Imam have a problem with it and begin to develop some ideology and trying to make it look like. So he connected the whole thing to the interview that Traore had and begin to make conspiracy theory out of it, making it look like the guy is trying to clamp down, or let's say shut down the Islamic religion, or come after the Islamic religion. And people, when they come to religion, I told you, they can protect religion at the expense of the collapse of their country. They can go after development and then stop development just to make sure that they protect religion. That is why I always say that people who are religious, well done, yo, my people, yo, well done. I'm not a religious person, right? I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I love everybody. I can marry the Christian. I can marry a Muslim. I can eat from the house of Muslim. My religion is humanity. I don't have division. So you and I, we are cool. No problem right here, okay? So when the authority realizes that this man is developing idea and trying to push the people to revolt against the order that the government is trying to put in place, they pick him up. Yeah, that's why they pick him up. It's not anything. Yeah, they pick him up. Because Ibrahim Traore even won. They made a prayer when the president even went on that prayer and cautioned that, look, every preacher, be it a Christian, Muslim, traditionalist, do everything possible to preach peace in this country, so that the Muslim, the Christians, the traditionalists, all of us, those who don't even believe in anything, can live peacefully, so that daily activity we can focus and build our country. But our chairman wants to form radical ideology, and then they pick him. Then his loyalists, there are some people who see their prophet, Imam, pastors as God. They flame up, hey, release him, and go Greek kind of thing. That's why the people are protesting. And the government went further and closed the place down, because whenever they come there, it is a place that they are developing a particular ideology. So the government have the right to close that place down immediately. So far, so good. This is the situation surrounding this whole conversation. More detail will be coming out about a lot of things that they found out about this man, most of the things that are linked to him. This is just a section of it for you to understand what exactly is going on. It is not that Traore is coming after the Islamic community. The man go to mosque, he pray. He's a Muslim himself. But you see, at the end of the day, religion is a different thing, part of life, and development and economic activity is a different thing. When you go to China, you don't see religious activities all over the places and all that. School, they have religious activity, job, work, people will go to work, some sessions, they have to pray, and all these things. But look at how, the Chinese have developed without this religious banter up and down. Many of you have not been on the Francophone chat. My feed is Francophone and, how do you call it? English. So I'm always ahead, understanding what is going on the Francophone chat. I say on the Francophone chat, it flame up when Traore made this comment. People who are looking for him long time to, channel ideology and develop ideology against him and then do conspiracy theory against him, they pick the comment and then they are turning it like this. The whole Francophone chat flame up. The Muslim community, hey, they're coming after our God, they're coming after our Muslim, hey, yeah. Until when, Africa? When? Am I saying religion is not good? No. But at least let us understand that this is the space for religion and this is the space for our country. These people need to allow the authority of Burkina Faso to do the job, to allow the authority of Burkina Faso to set a standard. Because you can't have a society where there's no law guiding religion, economic activity, nothing. In every society, there has to be rules and regulation to maintain order. And that is what the government is doing. And I'm happy that they closed that place down for the meantime until they deal with this issue. So family, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Opinions are always different. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe. You need to be part of this awesome family. All right. See you in the next episode. Respect.